Hello once again everyone, my name is Ryan and welcome to Pony Facts. In celebration of the new Masters of the Universe film releasing on June 5th, I have tirelessly toiled away, scouring the internet for the most desirable, delectable, and downright distinguishable details about the 1987 cult classic, Masters of the Universe. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and let's get into it with number 12, Blade Man. The sword fight choreographer Anthony DeLongis, who played Frank Langella's stunt double in the movie, was so liked by Gary Goddard that he also cast DeLongis in the role of Blade in the film. So not only did he play a bit of Skeletor, taught Lundgren how to sword fight, but got his own character in the film. I would say that guy was busy on set. Early draft. In several original drafts of the film, She-Ra and the Snake Men factored into the movie. They also went so far as to design the costume for She-Ra and had her assisting He-Man in the climactic battle. Unfortunately, the dreaded limited budget phrase came into play and they were cut from the script. Heavy connections. At one point in the film, Gwildor, the master inventor, had stolen a souped-up what I'm assuming is a pink Cadillac, which crashes through a junkyard fence to help the heroes. If the sound the car makes is kind of familiar to you, you would be correct, as it is the same sound effect the DeLorean makes in Back to the Future.
Take arms! Full power!
Also, the man who plays Detective Lubick in the film, James Tolkien, is famous for playing Marty's principal in the Back to the Future franchise. Whoa, Doc, that's heavy. Stick around. I hope you stuck around because the movie features a post-credit scene in which Skeletor pops up out of a pool of water and says, "I'll be back." Yes, you are correct, sir. But sadly, it took you 39 years to do so. Dubstep. Gary Goddard, the director, was unhappy with Dolph Lundgren's reading of the He-Man dialogue so much that he was originally going to have another actor dub over his lines in the movie, but was unable to due to contractual obligations. The solution was to have Lundgren dub over his own lines until they met Goddard's standards. No more universe. A sequel was planned and announced by Globus at the 1987 Cannes Film Festival, and they were planning to move forward despite the loss of Dolph Lundgren, who had disliked the first movie and replaced him with surfer Laird Hamilton. However, Cannon's financial trouble caught up with them after the box office failures of both Superman 4 and Masters of the Universe. Cannon also refused to pay Mattel for the royalties of the characters, and Mattel was unhappy with the sequel script. Thus, it was canceled. That being said, Cannon was able to reuse the set and costuming for another film, the 1989 Jean-Claude Van Damme starring movie, Cyborg. I've never heard of it, but now I'm definitely keeping an eye out for it. Bad movie night? I don't think so. Great movie night. Swapsies. Gwildor is an original character in Masters of the Universe created for the movie specifically to add comic relief to the film. He was a substitute for Orko due to the fact that Orko's design was too difficult for the studio to produce in live-action form with its limited budget. Side note, Billy Barty, who played Gwildor, also played June, the Nelwyn High Aldwin in Willow, Skeletor crew. According to director Gary Goddard, Mattel had caused a huge financial issue by being late with their half of the budget for the movie. This made it difficult to film the final fight scene, which Goddard had to finance himself. Working with just a skeleton crew, Lundgren, DeLongis, and Langella, he would utilize lighting and camera techniques to emphasize the weight of the fight and the idea that it was just these two alone battling it out for the fate of the universe. Honestly, it really works for the scene. Parental connections. Christina Pickles, who plays the sorceress in the film, has another strong connection to Courtney Cox. She would eventually go on to play Judy Geller, the mother of Monica, played by Cox, and Ross in the TV series Friends. It's all in the eyes. Most actors would have to get contacts to feature an otherworldly look in films like this. Not for Meg Foster, who plays Evil Lynn. Her eyes are naturally blue and gray, which she has gone on to say she appreciates as they have landed her several sci-fi movie roles over the years.
I have the key, my lord. The natives are fools, weak and easily controlled.
Pig Boy. In the middle of filming, Mattel ran a contest for a child fan to be in the Masters of the Universe film. A young boy named Richard Sponder was announced as the winner. Unfortunately, filming had neared completion with all of the Earth scenes finished. Goddard, the director, then cast Sponder in the role of a character named Pig Boy, who held Skeletor's staff near the climax of the movie. As a fan, I'm super freaking jealous. I would have loved to play Pig Boy. That is awesome. For the kid. When Frank Langella was offered the role of Skeletor, he jumped at the opportunity to play the Master of Snake Mountain. Langella was quoted as saying, "Didn't even blink. I couldn't wait to play him." He would go on to say that it was because his 4-year-old son Frank III was a big fan of the series and would run around their house yelling, "I have the power." According to some, Langella was having such a great time with the role that he wrote some of his own dialogue, including,
Where are your friends now? Tell me about the loneliness of good, He-Man. Is it equal to the loneliness of evil?
Thank you all once again for joining me for today's Pody Facts. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. My name is Ryan. This has been a Pody Productions production. Yeah, I gotta work on that. And all I have left to say to you is, good journey. Wait, is it the top of the head? Or is it the mouth? I think I saw somebody do the mouth, and I think I saw somebody do the top of the head. I just realized there's nobody here. It's just me. Good journey, da 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 da. Good journey to you. I'm running on fumes.